Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm Lele Pons, and we've got a great episode of Best Kept Secrets for you today.
The following content contains adult subject matter, including sensitive material, and is intended for adult consumption only. It may not be suitable for all audiences. Therefore, discretion is advised. Lele Pons is not a trained expert, but is using her personal experiences and platform to create a space for sensitive discussions.
Oh my God, guys, I can't believe this is the 20th episode of 2020 of this year, which is the year that we've started this podcast. And honestly, I can say that this is one of the best things that has happened this year because it's been a very difficult year. And it's crazy how fast and like how slow it went. It does not make sense. But definitely like when it comes to podcasts, it went by really fast. We're already at 20. That's insane. So I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you for supporting. And for all of you who are listening, thank you for making my 2020 a lot better. Everybody does New Year's resolutions, so I'm just going to say mine. I think, I'm looking forward, when it comes to me, I want to stop biting my nails. I'm looking forward, going out more when it comes to like traveling to places I want to go and visit. I want to go and spend more time with my family because we're all separated right now because of everything that's happening. Oh my God, I haven't been to the movies in so long. I miss that. Does anybody miss going to the movies? Like with your friends and just in the mall? Oh, wow. I miss that. I haven't done that. So I think, just returning to a normal life, being healthy, that's my goal for next year. On today's episode, we're going to be talking to two callers whose secrets are about money. I feel like from a young age, most of us are taught about finances and that it's something that we're just not supposed to talk about openly. But you know what? I remember that I had to because I started buying very early. And if I got like a little bit of money from brand deals, I would be like, well, papi, mommy, or like someone, what do I do? And then I'm someone that like, I was always surrounded by kids that weren't, let's just say, as fortunate as I was. And I would always, I remember, share my money with them. Always. I loved it. I love sharing my money. What I do love to do, I hate material things. I do. I don't really, I don't even have a car. Like, I don't do that stuff. So what I usually do is I pay for memories. Like, I like to take my friends out to dinner. I like to go and travel. I like to go to Disney. I like to create memories. That's what I usually do. Like, I would like to do a party, So I usually do that instead of like buy things for me. It's mostly like creating memories with my money. With all the secrecy that surrounds money, it's no surprise that it's often a subject that people keep quiet about. People who have money might try not to flaunt it too much because they don't want to be targeted or taken advantage of. While people who don't have a lot of money sometimes try to make out as if they do have money. And it even happens with families. Husbands try to hide expensive purchases from their wives, and wives hide expensive purchases from their husbands. Which brings me to our first caller, Megan, who is a great example of that. But the twist is that she figured out a clever way to hide high fashion purchases from her husband. Our next caller, Keith, is a comedian who finds himself in the unusual position of hiding his stable, well-paying day job from his friends who are, struggling performers. So now with that little summary, let's get right into Megan and give her a call. Hi, Megan.
Hi. Excited to be here.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to know, what is your best kept secret?
So my best kept secret is that I have all of my friends buy me expensive items so that my husband doesn't see it in our joint account.
Oh, wow.
And then I just pay them back on Venmo where he's not looking.
They know already?
Yeah. So basically, my husband and I, since we got married, have had a joint account. And I used to have my own checking, but we've since kind of merged everything. And sometimes I just want to buy things that are expensive because I work hard and I make good money, but I don't want to be questioned by him. So we found this workaround. Actually, some of my friends kind of came up with it, where when I want something, I just have them buy it for me, and then I Venmo them the money so that he doesn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if there's anything wrong with that.
I mean, I don't really necessarily think so either. It's just that I'm kind of hiding it.
Yeah, the fact that you're hiding from your husband.
Because I know he'd question the charges.
Yeah. And how long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing it pretty much since we got married, so over 3 years.
Oh, my God. From the beginning. Why do you have to hide it?
It's not that I definitely do. Like, maybe for some of the things he'd be okay with it. but my husband works in analytics. He's like very numbers focused. He's very money and financially oriented. And he doesn't really buy a lot of things for himself.
Yeah.
So even though I make good money, I think he would just question, like, why are you spending so much on shoes or on a purse? And I just don't feel like having the conversation, to be honest. And I don't feel like having to, I don't want to have to ask.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I mean, maybe he would let me. I don't want to deal with it, though.
I understand completely. And do you only have the one joint bank account?
We do. Like, I had my own checking when we first got married, but because he's so financially oriented, he wanted everything merged. So we have now just a joint checking. We share our credit cards. Like, he can see everything. And even to the point that sometimes when he's going over the bank account, he'll like see a charge and ask me what it was.
I think you should do your own.
I think so too. Well, so the funny thing is now whenever my friends get married, I tell them my one piece of advice is to make sure they maintain their own account.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'm not getting married anytime soon, but I will definitely do that.
Definitely do it. And yeah, because I think that also, you know, like I used to have my own, but because he's looking at everything, it just makes it really challenging where I just don't want to have the discussion. So I think even if I wanted to buy him a gift, he would see the charge. So it just makes everything very complicated.
Doesn't he question all the large Venmo transactions?
Well, he doesn't see it.
Oh, he doesn't see it.
That's why I use that. He doesn't really, I have my Venmo is the one thing that I have that's my own. So it's the one place where he couldn't look.
Is he really good with money?
Yeah, he's like really good with money. And I mean, I think I'm reasonably good with money too. It's just I like to splurge here and there on things that he might not understand.
Yeah, he probably thinks that you're bad at money, but you're not.
I'm really not. He doesn't spend a lot of money, so he wouldn't understand if I wanted something designer that was expensive. I think he would be like, why are you spending that much? And I feel like I can if I want to. I like nice things.
What would he say if you buy something that he thinks is too expensive?
If we ever like are buying something large, we'd like talk about it. I don't think he would stop me, but I think he would just say like, why are you doing that? Or he would just question me and kind of say, you know, what makes like that pair of shoes so special? They look like all the other shoes that are more reasonably priced and, you know, that kind of thing.
Are you guys saving up for something big? Is that why?
Not really. No, I think he just is so numbers focused that he wouldn't understand. You know, if I ever said I wanted to spend a couple $100 on a bag or a pair of shoes, I think it just is so foreign to him. And I mean, I think it speaks a lot to that in the fact that I can buy these expensive things and he doesn't notice.
Yeah.
I was just going to say he just doesn't know fashion at all or care.
Yeah. And you know what? It's hard for husbands, you know, sometimes to understand women, especially when like,
exactly.
I mean, they're just tastes, you know, just like we don't understand sometimes, like, you know, some of the things they buy. Trust me, I don't understand. You know, guys sometimes like, I don't know about you, but my ex-boyfriend, just a lot of watches. And I'm just like, why too many? You can tell the time with the phone, no? And then, but it's, you know what, maybe you do like watches, but I don't understand it, but I do love shoes. He doesn't understand it. So, I mean, what type of things do your friends purchase for you?
It's mostly fashion stuff because that's something that my husband spends no money on for himself and doesn't get. So I'll get like purses or dresses or jewelry and the kind of things that he doesn't really pay much attention to. So he wouldn't really recognize if it was expensive, and he wouldn't even really recognize if it was new, to be honest, because I don't think he even really pays that much attention to what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
He's just very chill and laid back. And
what's the most expensive thing you've bought?
I think probably the most expensive, probably that a friend bought for me, probably a Prada bag.
Does he even know what a Prada bag is?
No, he doesn't know. He has no idea. For all he knows, I got it at Old Navy. Like, he just has no idea about fashion. So it makes it kind of easy for me to sneak stuff in without him even noticing. If he knew how much it cost, oh my gosh, I think he would pass out.
I mean, how do your friends explain the big purchases they make for you to like their husband?
I think most of them either have their own money or they're single, so they just think it's hysterical and they are like all about it. They actually, I think, enjoy doing it because they think it's so funny.
Oh, so they like that?
Yeah, I think they get a kick out of it.
Yeah,
yeah, because they're all very into fashion.
Oh, okay. So they understand. They will be like, "Oh, we get it.
Yeah, exactly."
Do you ever feel kind of bad about it, or like, you know, sneaking around doing that like behind your husband's back, or you're just like, he will not understand, I don't care, it's my life?
I think I kind of feel mixed about it because I do feel bad that it's in some ways a betrayal, and I don't like to have to hide something from him because I don't think, you know, if the roles were reversed, I probably wouldn't like it too much if he was buying something on the side. But I also feel like in this case, it's, you know, I make my own money, so it's not as if I'm spending his money on stuff. I do well, and I just want to spend my money differently. So in that respect, I think it's okay that I'm hiding it because I'm really just doing it to spend my money how I want to spend it without being questioned.
Are you ever going to tell him?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I really have no plans to ever tell him. I think once he knows, he'll be checking my Venmo.
I don't think he would understand.
I think he'd be upset even just because I hid it, more so than the money.
I wonder, does he ever tell you like, hey, babe, that you look really pretty? Is that like a new dress? Like he must know. So, you know, like girls always want like the husband or the boyfriend to be like, hey, like you look different or something.
He does, but honestly, I don't think he does it that much with the expensive stuff. I feel like he just has no idea. So it's you know, if he tells me I look nice, it's not because I'm wearing some new expensive thing. It just kind of happens periodically, and he just does not know the difference between expensive or cheap.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I hope he never finds out.
Thank you.
But thank you so much. And I loved your story, and I hope you don't get caught.
Thank you so much. It was so nice talking to you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, this is kind of innocent. This was innocent. Like, yeah, sometimes, you know, husbands, girlfriends would understand. But if that's what she likes and if that's with her own money and everything, I don't think there should be a problem. It's a very, very cute little white lie. Hopefully, you know, in the future, she'll tell him when they're really old and he can't give a fuck anymore. But for now, it's very simple. It's nothing bad, to be honest. This is very chill call. Thank God. Very chill call. I think like both women and men, we all have guilty pleasures. And sometimes women don't understand the men's and men's don't understand the women. And they all cost money. So it could be happening with her too. It could be happening that he's kind of like sneaking behind her back and buying other things. We never know. That was a very clever way to hide big purchases from your husband. And I wonder if you guys have some ideas of your own like unique way of hiding yours. So if you do, head over to shots.com/secrets to let me know. I'll be back in just a minute to take our second call. Welcome back, guys. Let's jump right into our second call with Keith. Hi, Keith.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, how's everything going?
It's going well, going pretty good.
I want to know, what is your best kept secret?
My best kept secret is I am a stand-up comedian, and all of my friends are stand-up comedians as well. But I also have a day job where I work as an accountant in an office, and I've been hiding that from all of my comedian friends for about 3 years now.
Wow.
They all think that I have no job. That I'm broke. Yeah, they all think I'm poor and then I'm broke. And then I just do comedy like them. But in reality, I have a full-time day job where I work in an office and work on Excel sheets all day and have benefits in a 401k.
You're like a superhero.
I try to be, but I hide it from them. We all started out as jobless comedians just trying to make it and living for the art form and kind of trying to scrape by together. And then I had a child with my girlfriend, and being poor wasn't fun anymore, so I had to get a job.
Yeah, of course. That's a good excuse though. Like if they're your friends, they would understand that. You know, you have a child.
Maybe, but comics are kind of like children themselves, so I don't know how well it would have went over, especially since I've been hiding it from them for so long.
And what do your friends do for a living?
That's it. They just do comedy. And it's been easy for me to hide my day job because a lot of them just wake up at noon or live at their mom's house, so they don't really hit me up during the day when I'm getting up at 5 to go to work. So none of them have a normal day job. Instead
of saying that you've had this job, why don't you just maybe tell them, hey, I got this new job, I start Monday or something?
I could. That's just a different lie, I guess,
yeah.
Right? I'm kind of good at this lie, though. I don't know. I've thought about it a couple times. I've wanted to tell them, but like I just can't get myself to do it. Like I've hidden it. I have a company car. They don't even know I have a car. They think I take the bus.
Wow.
It's been pretty elaborate. I don't know if that would work.
How else do you hide it from your friends?
I take the bus with them, even though I have a car. I got to pretend like when we're out on the road or we have gigs on the weekend or we travel, I just stay in a cheap motel. I just eat a cup of noodles, basically stuff from the gas station. It's It's also, it's not very funny to a crowd, you know, if someone has a day job. So I'm hiding it almost from everybody, not just my friends, but like crowd members too. I don't want them to know.
Yeah.
I feel like it takes some of the humor away of me, especially since I have a lot of jokes about being poor. It would really pull the ruse back.
Are you planning on ever telling them?
I don't know. It depends on if they listen to this or not and recognize me. I kind of want to just to see what happens,
Yeah.
but I know they'll never let it down just because they're comics, so I'll hear about it forever. I almost slipped up, but I saw myself like in the bathroom before I went on stage, so I kind of like make it into my bit, like I was doing a character with a suit, but they still made fun of me just for wearing the suit. So I was like, oh man, I can never tell you guys I actually wear this every day.
Oh, do you think having money has hurt your comedy?
I think it has a little bit because I used to have a little bit of a better edge with the writing. I think that added to it. I don't know. I don't think overall it's mattered too much though.
Would you give up your job for comedy?
Now that I have a kid, no. Not unless I was making a ton of money and I was super secure. Yeah, there's no way.
What does your girlfriend think about you keeping this secret?
That was another layer. She didn't know that none of them knew until I told her I was doing this podcast.
Oh, wow.
She knew that, I mean, they knew that we were together and that I have a kid. Obviously, they know her.
Yeah.
But she laughed because she thought I was joking, but she was also almost, I think, in disbelief. Like, she was like, how do your friends not know that you go to a job every day? And I was like, that's how friends are sometimes, guy friends.
Do you see them every day? Like, how often do you perform comedy?
I do 4 to 5 shows a week. So I probably see those specific friends probably at least like 3 to 4 times a week.
I don't know how you do it. Like, how do you manage waking up at 5 a.m., man? Because they're easy. They wake up late.
Well, yeah, it's easy for them. I mean, it's almost annoying when they complain about money now. I'm like, you guys could get jobs. But yeah. I don't want to blow my cover.
I think you should start slowly and be like, hey, listen, things that are really tough for me and my kid, like, you know, stuff like that. Start there.
I thought about that, kind of testing the waters and just saying like, hey, I might have to do this, you know, because none of them have kids either. So I feel like they should understand.
They have to understand. I'm sorry. Like, how selfish are they going to be? This is a child.
Right. And some of them live with their moms. So I'm like, you're just a child yourself.
They don't own you.
No, yeah, I know. I just haven't. It's crazy that it's been so long and I haven't told any of them. But now that I say it out loud, it's not embarrassing, but it's kind of silly thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I really hope that you tell them because you have to pick your son and your wife before these guys. That's for sure. You know, and if they're gonna judge you for that, they're not friends. Right.
That's what I thought too. You guys might be pushing me.
I will. And tell them, listen, use the excuse of quarantine.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You should do it in a comedy sketch. Write a comedy sketch about coming clean, performing on stage.
That'd be funny.
That's how you do it.
Tape their real reactions and then make that the sketch.
Yeah. Well, I thank you so much for telling your secret to us and opening up. I hope it made you feel better. And hopefully next time you come here and you explain what happened after. Be like, remember me? Well, I lost my friends or something like that.
Definitely.
I doubt it.
I'd love to. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna at least test the waters. You guys.
Yeah.
I'll get the ball rolling.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You know, I feel like this is a very easy fix. Okay, this is when it comes to your child and your wife, you should do whatever it takes to actually like accommodate them and make them feel happy and secure. And like, if you need them, listen, it's money. If you need the money and you need it now, you should do whatever it takes to get it. Obviously in a good way, not like robbing. But like, he has a job. Why is that bad? You know, I think that he maybe is overthinking this. Maybe the friends are not going to react. And if they react, why do you want friends like that? That don't want the best for you. You know, it's different. They don't have kids. They live with their mom, you know, and you're working extra hard, you know, and I think this is the right time. It's just, you know, it's quarantine. You have a child. You probably want to upgrade where you live. I don't know, but I think that the best thing, this is my only advice, and I think many people have given him this advice, tell them. That's it. And you know, sometimes I know comedians actually do this act of like the being like poor and like all that stuff. But you know what? My favorite comedian are not like that. My favorite comedian is Sebastian Maniscalco, and I think he's great. And he does not portray the poor. No, he doesn't. He's an Italian. He seems like he's from the mafia almost. And other people too. I don't know. It just depends on the crowd. I don't care. If you're funny, you're funny. And that's it. Hey, I just want to thank Megan and Keith for talking to me today. I think both of these financial secrets are pretty innocent, really. Megan is lying to her husband, and she says that she doesn't feel good about it, but that, her shopping isn't out of control. She can stop. She has a job that pays for her well, so it's not like she's living beyond their means. She also says that her and her husband aren't saving up for something big, so I don't think she's doing anything wrong. She clearly loves her husband and says that they have a great marriage, but if it was me, I'd be pretty pissed at my husband for making me feel guilty for spending money. She can do whatever she wants if it's her money about it. So she makes money, she should get to enjoy it. That's what I think. And on the flip side, it's probably nice to have someone who keeps you in check and responsible, because without her husband, who knows what, her shopping would be like. Now, on their second call, Keith's hesitation about telling his friends about his day job and financial stability seems crazy to me. I just don't understand why he feels the need to keep this a secret. Like, if they're going to judge him, if they're not going to be friends with him anymore because of that, they were never friends at all in the first place. Comedians come from all walks of life. It's so weird that his friends are making him feel insecure just because he's earning money and looking after his family. Because that's the main reason why he's doing it, for his family, which is very valid. I think Keith should embrace that and let everybody know who he really is. He should be proud of the fact that he's doing good. He's working, that he cares for his family, and that he also loves being a comedian. And he's not going to stop that because of having another job. And that brings me to our big question of the week. When it comes to money, are you a spender or are you a saver? Do you watch every penny or regularly treat yourself to expensive gifts? Let me know on my Instagram at Lele Pons. And before we wrap up this podcast, I just want to thank Spotify Originals for helping me and for believing in me and for helping me make me do this podcast. Thank you guys so much also for listening. And I'm going to wish you a happy holidays, happy new year, and we'll see each other in 2021.
If you or someone you know are struggling emotionally, text START to 741-741 for a confidential chat anytime.
Thanks for listening to Best Kept Secrets with me, Lele Pons, only on Spotify in partnerships with Shot Studios. The Shot Studios original team includes creators John Shahidi and Sam Shahidi, my lovely producer Belinda Mercer, and audio editor Stephen Colon. From Spotify Studios, executive producers Javier Pinot, Liz Gately, Gina Delvac, and Danny Treboj. And a special thanks to Dan Behar, Jessica Molina, Francisco Quijada, and Julio Pabon. I'm Lele. Follow me on Instagram at Lele Pons and check out my exclusive merch at lilshop.com. That is lilshop, Lil shop.com. Talk to you next week.